Okay, it is 7 o'clock, so we'll get this meeting started. We'll call the Independent School District 204 Kasson-Mantorville regular school board meeting to order. We do have a quorum here. All board members are present. If you would like to, well, first of all, thank you all for coming. We have a good group here again tonight. If you would like to address the board, there are comment cards at the back near the flag you can fill out, and then during the public comment, you can come down and join us at the table down here. And we'll have a short conversation. With that, Mr. Bold has a student here that's going to play us the national anthem. Mr. Bold. Thank you, Ethan. Nice job. Beautiful. With that, do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? Thank you, Angie. In a second. Thank you, Brandon. Any discussion, any changes anybody would like to see to the agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval agenda, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. And we are on to 3.1 communications. It's comment accommodations. And looks like Ms. Carrier is going to kick this off. Jenny? Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Jenny Carrier. I'm the Community Education Director here at Kasson-Mantorville. And tonight, every couple months, every so often, I get to recognize a little comet. And about 9 years ago, we started a program in collaboration with the Public Library of Kasson called 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten. And we really believe that early literacy, reading to your child, reading with your child, helps prepare them for school and set them up for success. So tonight, I get to honor Flora Badzinski, can you come on down? Flora's been working really hard. Awesome, Flora. And were you thinking about our question from earlier? How old are you?
5.
She's 5. Are you going to kindergarten this next year? Are you excited? Yeah. And what's your favorite book?
I need to turn him down.
That sounds like a really good book. Well, I have another book for you, and a certificate and a comet coin. So if you can stay up here, we'll take your picture. Congratulations.
Okay, everybody's in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going to call a couple people up to the Comet banner. Eric, Abby, come on up. Let's give them a great big round of applause. I want to take a moment to express our sincere appreciation and offer congratulations to Abby Schubert and Eric Fagerlin for serving as the Kasson-Mantorville School Board student representatives for the past year. Your commitment and dedication to representing the student body have not gone unnoticed. I speak for the entire school board when I say we truly enjoy your monthly reports and details of how life is going for the kids at the high school. Please know that your hard work and leadership have made a positive impact on your school community, and we are truly grateful for your contributions to the school board and to your fellow classmates. Thank you for your outstanding service and congratulations on a job well done. You are two fantastic leaders, and I wish you both great success as you venture away from Kasson-Mantorville to Minneapolis College and Xavier. So congratulations, go be great Comets.
Alright, everybody's in. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Great job.
Good evening. My name is Lindsay Hess, and I'm the IT Director for Kasson-Mantorville. And tonight, I am honored to recognize Mr. Ryan Perma, a KM alumni, with the Comet Coin today. Mr. Perma joins us in person today from California for our first Computer Science Advisory Council meeting. At this meeting, we gather industry experts and school leaders to collaborate on technology and computer science programming for Kasson-Mantorville schools that will prepare Comet learners with the skills, knowledge, and leadership for success in their future careers, to ensure our students leave us with the skills needed in our community and in other computer science or technology paths. As a leader in cybersecurity, we are very fortunate to have him as a partner and an advisor on this board. Mr. Perma has also made an incredible annual donation towards improving and enhancing computer science and technology opportunities for Kasson-Mantorville students of all ages. This year, Mr. Perma's donation is being used to start a robotics team at our middle school. And we cannot thank Mr. Perma enough for his incredible generosity, support, and partnership. We are very grateful to have Ryan Perma as a dedicated member of our alumni community, and we truly appreciate his commitment to excellence. If Mr. Perma wants to join me, he has a couple words to say.
Thank you so much for inviting me out here. It's been an amazing kind of trip back. It's been quite a while since I've been to Kasson. Watching the school change and grow and the town grow, it reminds me that this is an area where really great things come. You know, from a relatively small rural area here, we have so much technology with IBM, with the Mayo Clinic, with so many sharp minds, great universities that we feed into. I want to make sure that we have the right skills starting at an early age to start to bring some of that science and technology to help drive some of those really phenomenal outcomes. Getting a chance to work with the team here has been phenomenal. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to watching over the years as technology becomes an easier path for some of our students. I look forward to the opportunities that it's going to bring, both for them here in school, but also throughout their life. So I want to thank you guys. I look forward to continuing to have a really effective partnership. Thanks.
Back row, one step this way. Breathe. There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Good evening, board and community. My name is Trent Langemo. I'm very proud to be the high school principal. And it is a sad night in that it is the final night of the year where I get to present Students of the Month. But on the flip side, these folks are finishing strong. They are chosen by their teachers because they stand above the rest in being responsible for themselves and others. They are positive role models and they offer help to others in need. And they also progress academically. Come down one at a time and then stand up for a group picture. Let's start with 9th grader who was not able to be here. Grace Arneson is the Student of the Month, but she was needed on the soccer field tonight. Unless she made it, I don't think so. Grace Arneson, 9th grade. 10th grade, Molly Cook. Junior, Colin Sancher. Senior, come on down as I read your bio. Olivia Ullman. KMHS, Student of the Month senior for May is Olivia Ullman, daughter of Elizabeth and Dale Ullman of Kasson. Academically, Olivia has maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average over her high school career, ranking her first in her class of 169. While at KM schools, Olivia has been involved in soccer, track, dance, FCCLA, Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the Minnesota Honor Society. Outside of school, Olivia works part-time at the county seat as a waitress. She participates and stays active with her church. When she isn't at school or working, Olivia enjoys reading, playing soccer, listening to music, hanging out with friends, and being outside. A famous quote that has helped Olivia be successful in school comes from a classic movie. Classic. Back to the Future. Doc tells Michael J. Fox's character, Marty McFly, "I didn't come all this way to see you quit." After graduation, Olivia plans on attending North Carolina State University in Raleigh and majoring in criminology and accounting. Congratulations, Olivia Ullman and the KM Students of the Month.
Olivia.
One, two, three.
The next comment coin I get to hand out is to recognize KM ninth grader, Kaylin Petersley. Kaylin has the honor of winning the logo design contest held by the Rochester Pride Organization in advance of the annual Pride Fest held next Saturday at Soldiers Field. Kaylin's winning submission, which features 3 geese floating on rainbow-colored water, was inspired by their childhood memories of Silver Lake and the importance of that lake to southeast Minnesota. Kaylin's submission received over 400 votes and will be worn by hundreds of people and displayed throughout the upcoming year at events held by the Rochester Pride. Congratulations, Kaylin.
Okay, one, two, three.
The next presenter of a Comet Coin for a special award is KM Middle and High School Technology Instructor, Tommy Swanson. Please welcome her.
Good evening. I am so excited. In April, I received an email from NCWIT, and I know you're thinking, what does that stand for? But I'll tell you, it says, we are pleased to inform you that KMHS student Mary Bernau, so you can come down, Mary, is a recipient of the 2023 NCWIT Award for Aspirations in Computing. Each year, the National Center for Women in Information Technology recognizes students for their accomplishments and goals in computing and technology. With over 3,500 high school applications from all 50 states, Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, overseas, U.S. military bases in Canada, Mary's application truly stood out. The 2023 High School and Educator Awardees are recognized for their academic excellence, leadership, and future goals in computing and technology, and support of women, genderqueer, and non-binary individuals in technology. Here's what I wrote about Mary when she applied. It says, as an educator with over 25 years of secondary education experience, I would like to highly recommend Mary Bernau for the National Center for Women in Information Technology Aspirations in Computing Award. Mary is a model student earning academic awards and excelling in both honors math and honors English coursework. She works diligently to accomplish her goals and the goals of each class in which she has enrolled. Her commitment to these goals is visible by her history of commitment to additional activities such as band, volleyball, and her numerous volunteer hours. Mary willingly shares her knowledge with those around her and is a successful team player. Mary was currently enrolled in our computer applications course. She's interested in continuing with our other technology coursework here at KMHS and has dreams of continuing her education beyond high school to incorporate technology into other fields, possibly medicine. I'm excited for Mary as she continues to learn to be a technology creator rather than just a technology consumer. For Mary, I believe this Aspirations Award will open doors and provide motivation for her to make a significant impact in our society. She will shine. Congratulations, Mary. We are excited for you and we are glad you are a Comet.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I'm back again, and I should mention why I'm filling in for Activities Director Brock Trinan. Brock is such a helper and a strong supporter of students and athletes. He was coaching JV baseball tonight so that Jake Schmidt could attend our Computer Science Advisory Council. So they're switching, getting the update in the dugout, and then Brock will be here. But for now, I'm honored to introduce two of our speech coaches, because they have continued to take the Comet speech team to new levels. And so please welcome Connie Enders and Isaac Hines.
Good evening, thank you. I'm Connie Enders. This is Isaac Hines, and please let me note that Isaac did everything for free this year. We don't have a paid position at the middle school for middle school speech. And he was a former speechie. I coached him back in the day, and it just warms my heart to have him helping out and being a part. And he's a big reason why our middle school has such a huge influx of students being on the team. So I want to especially thank him today for all of his hard work this season. For the second year in a row, went back to state this year and was very excited. Last year when we went, we had 3. This year we had 5 finalists and 4 that were alternates in case someone got sick or couldn't compete. They were next in line, which meant they took 4th at sections. So I'm going to call them down and then we'll go from there. So Lucy, Kasson, Olive, Natalie, Zoe couldn't come, and Molly. Well, Isaac is giving them out the coins. I'm going to talk a little bit about Lucy and Kasson. Lucy down here on the end is a senior this year. I tried really hard in 10th grade to get her to join speech. She wouldn't have anything to do with it. Greta Wright broke her and got her on the team. And her and Kasson last year, Kasson as an 8th grader, went to state in duo. And so this year, they once again went to state. Kasson now a 9th grader and Lucy a senior. And they took, I think it was 14th overall at state. So an amazing job. And I really look forward to what happens next in their lives. So Kasson and Lucy. Next up, we have Olive. Olive was new this year to our school. She had been in other speech programs, but she brought a great dynamic to our team this year. She does extemporaneous reading. And if any of you have ever heard or listened to audiobooks, she has that voice that you just want to keep listening to. It is this great voice. And so we were really proud of her. She took 2nd at sections, and I believe it was 17th overall at state, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was amazing. Our other two could not be here. Hannah is in Norway. I told her she couldn't go. She had to come here, but I don't know. But Hannah is a 10th grader, and this was her second year in speech. And Hannah has a very raw and unique talent, and she took first at sections and 13th overall at state. And so as a sophomore going up against seniors, that's pretty exemplary, and I'm really excited to see what the next 2 years brings with her. And then Arlo Gull, this is her sophomore year, her third year on the speech team, and her second year going to state. And she placed second at sections and 21st at state overall, and she could not be here either. Now, coming fourth in sections is a big deal because you're going up against the best of the best. And so to be that one step away is really hard. But these guys not only come along and cheer on their teammates, but they really encourage us to do our very best. And so Molly is a senior. This was her third year on the team. And
That was my
fourth year on the team, sorry. It was her COVID was kind of one of those things that, you were online, so you couldn't remember who was there and who wasn't there. But Molly did a great job in drama. And if you ever get a chance, ask her to do her piece for you. Miss Natalie is a sophomore. This is her first year, and her partner cannot be here because she's trying out for the melodramas. And Savannah is an 8th grader. And they also did an amazing job. And Natalie didn't go with us to state because it just happened that the play was the same night as the first night of speech. So, you had to kind of weigh out which direction you wanted to go. So, but we still are so glad that she is a part of the team, and we look forward to next year. Our last person that is not here tonight is Zoe. Zoe is an 8th grader, and Mr. Matuska, next year you will know her. She will be the hurricane that will come into this building and take it over in a very good way. And I'm really excited for her because she started as 7th grader, as an 8th grader. She did incredible things, and taking fourth at sections as an 8th grader is just incredible. So I really look forward to next year. We had 20 this year. My goal is 25 for next year, just so you guys know, start recruiting. And I just want to keep building this team and make it as far as we can possibly go with it. So thank you, everyone.
All right. I'm Brock, Activities Director here. I just got back from getting called out of the bullpen to coach some JV baseball. I'm 0-1, so probably won't get asked back. But we got one more pretty awesome award here for our band and choir. They've got Best in Sights at the Solo Ensemble, and Solo Ensemble is kind of a unique thing where it's kind of been adjusted where we're kind of in the big small school / small big school the last few years. And so we've hosted it, and Byron hosted it, and Stewartville hosted it. We used to go to Lakeville where it was just an enormous event. And now we've kind of traded off between the schools around here to make it more of a kind of a, I guess, comparative size agreement. And so they've put a lot of work into putting it together if they're the host. And then also it's quite a puzzle to put together travel and how you get there and get the kids back and throughout the school day too. So I'm going to bring down Mr. Bolt. Let's give these guys a hand, and Mr. Fowler. Oh, there you go.
Mr. Trina did an excellent job explaining that. The last 2 years, Stewartville and Byron and us, we have partnered for our large group and solo ensemble contests. At solo ensemble, there were 8 sites, and each site has about 30 entries. And of the 8 sites, we had 6 best of sites. So of the 30 entries, these individuals that we're going to call out were the best thing in that room. You're ranked superior, excellent, good, fair, and we had a handful of superior and excellence. And it's been a really, really fun year with these students. So I'll call them down, and then I'll call Jazz Band down as one big group. That was really exciting that Jazz Band got best of site. So Abby Barnum for her flute solo, Greta Wright for her flute solo and for her vocal solo for 2 best of sites there. Ethan Petersley for his trombone solo. Either that was me or it's Dead Batteries.
It might be.
And Mackenzie Holtz for clarinet solo and all of Jazz Band. So thank you.
You
Want to do one big one? I did not grab it up. There you go.
This is what student rep is all about.
Congratulations. Another one.
One, two, three.
Well, that does it for common accommodations. If you came for that, you're certainly welcome to leave. We'll give you a minute. If you want to stay around for a thrilling board meeting, you can certainly do that too. Okay, we'll continue on. We are on 3.3 Student School Board Rep Report. Sydney? Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, wow, 3.2, this is a big one too. Comment tenure accommodations. And let's see, Ariana. Thank you.
I'm ready.
Way ahead of me.
Yeah. I am very pleased to introduce the KMES class of 2023 to the KM Board of Education. You'll notice the student-centered focus, the relationship building skills of this team as I share about the skills of each one. At KMES, we develop excellence in our students, and this team of teachers shares our commitment to excellence in all that they do. They also come with fan clubs, which is super fun. So I'm going to invite all three down: Allison Whalen, Carlin Buchanan, and Carolyn Ryan. Come on down. All right, I'm going to start with you, Allison. You're my first one I get to talk about. So Allison is a second grade teacher, and she brings experience, expertise, and excellence in her classroom, team, and the KMES school community. She's a problem solver at heart, and she works to learn the needs of each student and connect them with the path that works for their individual learning goals. Her classroom environment is structured, calm, nurturing, and student-centered. She has so many talents and strengths to share. We have only scratched the surface this year. I am sure her leadership will shine at KMES for many years to come, and it is with confidence that I recommend Allison Whalen for tenure in the KM district. Congratulations. Next is Carlin. So Carlin Buchanan is a first grade teacher, and she is exceptional at creating a safe and welcoming environment in her classroom. She nurtures the needs of each student from the very start of the school year to ensure that they feel comfortable and happy at school. Carlin is not afraid to try new methods and take thoughtful learning risks if it means her students will benefit. She has led the learning in the science of reading at the first grade level this year and will continue to collaborate to ensure students throughout the first grade benefit from her experimentation and learning. It is with excitement for the future that I recommend Carlin Buchanan for tenure in the KM district. Congratulations. And Carolyn Ryan. So Carolyn is a third grade teacher with a current focus on literacy instruction. She teaches with mastery and wisdom of a teacher well beyond her years. She builds a classroom environment with high expectations and high support. Students know they can succeed while stretching their skills and challenging themselves. Her students have consistently performed at the highest level while also feeling secure in their social emotional needs. Carolyn truly teaches the whole child. She expects the same high standards of learning with herself as she reflects regularly to ensure her instructional skills and practices are meeting the needs of her students. It is with enthusiasm that I recommend Carolyn Ryan for tenure in the KM district. Congratulations. Awesome. Oh, and you have other things. So then you.
Good evening. I am Josh Larson, the behavioral principal of Kasson-Mantorville Middle School, and I'm very honored to introduce the Kasson-Mantorville Middle School class of 2023 to the KM Board of Education. We have such an amazing group of educators that are committed to building positive and meaningful relationships with our students and our families. Each of them works diligently to provide the best education possible for our students. Please welcome Mrs. Erlinson, Mrs. Gibbard, and Mr. Hines. All right, we're going to kick it off with Mrs. Erlinson. Mrs. Erlinson comes to us after spending time at home with her family. As a former English teacher, she made the obvious career path to switch over to Phi-Ed. Mrs. Erlinson's ability to build relationships with students is definitely a major asset within our school. Students thoroughly enjoy learning and competing in her classroom. Mrs. Erlinson is a dedicated and talented teacher and coach. She just recently started coaching the middle school track team. She is a learner through and through, and it is with joy and excitement that I recommend Mrs. Erica Erlinson for tenure in the Kasson-Mantorville School District. Mrs. Gibbard. 2 years ago, Mrs. Gibbard started as our facts teacher. After 1 year, she transitioned to a science teacher and has never looked back. Mrs. Gibbard has a strong depth of knowledge with the new science academic standards, which as a result has allowed our KMMS team to grow in the area of science. Mrs. Gibbard has built an exceptional rapport with her students by developing hands-on and engaging learning environment. It is with immense pride that I recommend Mrs. Gibbard for tenure at Kasson-Mantorville School District. And lastly, Mr. Hines. Mr. Hines is our 7th and 8th grade English teacher at Kasson-Mantorville Middle School. Isaac came to us with experience supporting students at all levels. Isaac's greatest asset is his ability to build rapport with staff and students. He is very relatable, and students find his class highly engaging and motivating. Isaac brings the excitement each and every day, which is a plus for 7th and 8th graders. It's exactly what they need. Isaac also supports the district as a speech and debate coach, as you saw earlier, and it is with great pride that I recommend Mr. Isaac Hines for tenure at Kasson-Mantorville Schools.
Trent Langemo, high school principal, back for the final time, and very proud to introduce the KMHS class of 2023 to the board. Can I have Holly Olmscheid and Julie Laufenberg come down, please? Both of these teachers personify our commitment to excellence and embody all of the strengths we seek on our team. I'll start with Holly Olmscheid. Give a wave, Holly, so people know who you are. In math, Holly was hired after an incredibly competitive process in which we asked her to come back for a second round and micro teach to a panel of volunteer students on a teacher workday in March of 2022. We knew after she rose to that occasion that we had our math teacher. Since then, Holly has been nothing short of outstanding. She not only has an incredible depth of math content knowledge, including a master's degree in mathematics, but she has excelled at connecting with and teaching the content to all students. This year, as an example, Holly taught all of our juniors from Algebra 2 through Honors Algebra 2 to College Algebra and College Trig, and she connected with all students. She also serves as our head gymnastics coach for KMT, and with that, we wish to congratulate her and wish her continued success in math teaching. Certificates. I'll get it.
I'll get it tomorrow.
Now I'm all flustered. Julie Laufenberg, a KM grad, returned home to teach Spanish after teaching at Lewiston Altura and Arizona, some public schools in Arizona. And this is a little known fact. She teaches at the middle school and high school, and Mr. Larson and I did a Zoom interview while Julie was in prison, teaching at a prison. So we knew if she could manage the classrooms there, KM would offer no resistance. Julie has met the challenge of teaching 6th grade through high school Spanish head on. She's a strong command of the Spanish language. She builds strong relationships with students and plans lessons that optimize all 83 instructional minutes. Her classroom management and the use of transitions is among the best I've seen. We look forward to Julie teaching with high rigor and high supports at KM for many years. Congratulations, Julie.
That's good. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go on it. Thank you.
Well, again, congratulations to the tenure staff. That is not an easy thing to get at Kasson-Mantorville. It is not just a given. That is it's a great group of educators right there, and we're proud to have them as part of our common community. So congratulations again, everybody. Okay, now we're on to 3.3, our student school board rep report. Sydney and Abby, thank you, ladies, for joining us. And Eric, thanks for sitting at the table again. So, yeah, you're free. Or maybe they'll just throw it to you and you just give the whole thing. They can delegate that, you know. So, all right.
Hello, board members. It's great to see everyone. Here's our May board report. So first, with our sports update, track had their HVL conference meet this past Saturday, and multiple individuals made all conference. Our softball team has a record of 10-5, and our baseball team has a record of 5-8. The juniors were informed last Friday that they've received 62% proficiency on their math MCAs, and because of this, we were awarded summer break a day early. As all of you know, prom was hosted last weekend on the 6th. And the food was great, the dance was packed, and we all had so much fun. We would like to thank Summerbee for being such great hosts and for allowing us to host our prom there.
All right, and then we had the post-prom party this year, and it was definitely a hit. We ended up selling 202 tickets. Chip Shots was packed. Kids were playing pickleball, beanbags, casino games, and golf simulators. Many prizes were given out to those who attended. Food was also provided. We want to thank Chip Shots and all of the parents and volunteers involved in making post-prom a great experience. We hope they can continue to provide post-prom for students. All right, and then this week is a very busy week, especially for seniors. On Wednesday, the student body will get to watch the senior slideshow in the PAC. The blood drive is also on Wednesday. This is open to the public, where KMHS will partner with the Red Cross for this event. On Wednesday evening, many seniors will attend Scholarship Award Night. This is a special night where seniors who have worked hard to earn a scholarship will be awarded for it. On Thursday, the entire student body will gather for Academic Awards Assembly. And then on Friday, the seniors also go on their class trip to Whitewater State Park. Lastly, on Sunday, students are able to attend the baccalaureate. This is a ceremony to celebrate graduating seniors. It is held at First Baptist Church in Kasson at 7 p.m. This will be my last board report as a student representative. I would like to thank the entire Kasson-Mantorville School Board for this amazing opportunity. I'm so grateful that I was able to be a part of the school board for 2 years. And at this time, if any board members have questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them.
I think they changed baccalaureate to South Zumbro. So I think it's gonna be South Zumbro Lutheran, so just as.
What kind of prizes did you guys win at post-prom? I saw them out there, lots of them.
Yeah, I actually won a blanket, an UGG blanket, to be specific. Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I won a $50 Target gift card, so putting that to good use.
What was the pinnacle of prizes?
There was from like AirPod Pros, and then there was one of her friends won
It was a brand new iPad with like a keyboard case.
and then there was like baskets of stuff, and then every kid actually got a cup with like candy and then a gift card to some place, which is really cool too.
Yeah.
Did anybody go hungry?
It's the first thing I did when I got there.
And
Hope not,
did-
there were 40 pounds of taco meat alone.
yeah, and should a special thank you out to all those volunteers and those organizations that donated. I heard it was a great event, so thank you everybody who helped out and volunteered, made a special night for the kids.
I think also just to point out to the students that they really embrace post-prom. This is the first year it's done, and it's big kudos to the students for encouraging their friends to attend and to be there too. And that was part of the reason it was such a huge success. So shout out to the kids who made good choices.
Well, Eric and Abby, it's been a pleasure to have you guys here the last 2 years. And we're all looking forward to seeing what you guys do in the future, because we know that there's going to be some pretty amazing and bright things happening. So we wish you the best of luck, and as you move on here from KM. So.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it.
Big shoes to fill.
The pressure, Sydney. So, great. Did you check the weather, by the way, for Friday?
Oh, I'm just hoping it's not gonna rain. Should check the weather.
It's an important day. Anything else for our student board reps before we let them go? Okay, one last time. Abby, Eric, thank you very much for your service. We appreciate it here. Sydney, we'll see you around. Thank you, guys. Okay, we are on to 3.4. Consider the approval for the resolution for acceptance of gifts.
I, Angie Richards, introduced the following resolution to accept $47,423.20 and move for its adoption for the resolution for acceptance of grants and gifts. For grants, whereas KM Activities has successfully applied for and been awarded a B2 grant for $5,000 from the Minnesota State High School League Foundation for AEDs in education for coaches. Whereas Community Education has successfully applied for and been awarded a SHIP Dodge County Wellness Grant for $3,550. Whereas Community Education has successfully applied for and been awarded a grant from MDE for $6,785 for summer preschool programming. And in gifts, whereas KM Track and Field Boosters has generously offered to donate $1,200 to KM schools for track coach stipend. Whereas Mantorville Restoration Association has generously offered to donate $2,000 to Imagination Library. Whereas the West Concord Historical Society has generously offered to donate $250 to Imagination Library. Whereas American Family Arment and Associates has generously offered to donate $200 to sponsor the Community Education 5K Run Walk Stroll. Whereas Kasson Hardware Hank has generously offered to donate $200 to sponsor the Community Education 5K Run Walk Stroll. And whereas Ackerman has generously offered to donate $1,000 to sponsor KM Robotics Club. Whereas Just Like Home has generously offered to donate $100 to the KM FCCLA. And whereas the KMES PTA has generously offered to donate to the elementary school the following: $150 for Title I Family Engagement Grant, $1,102.50 for second and fourth grade field trips, $10,000 for decodable readers, $4,061.06 for teacher grants, $8,060 for iPads, $1,500 for a cricket in the media center, $1,434.64 for fourth grade t-shirts, and $740 for the kindergarten Oxbow trip.
Thank you for that motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Amy. Any discussion on that? Again, our community incredibly generous to the school district, so we thank them for that. We have a motion, a second. All in favor of the acceptance of gifts, state aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Thanks again, everybody. And we are on to 3.5 board committee reports, land and facilities. And personnel. I don't think they've met. Finance has met a couple times. I'm just starting to work through, well, most of the language in the contract with KM-EM has been worked through. And we are meeting in a couple days here. So any questions on that? Process has been good. Okay. Then we're on to policy. Anything for policy? Okay. Student activities. Anything? Student activities? Okay. Zed. Anything about Zed? And then community education. Okay. Legislative. Anything from legislative? I saw that.
Progress.
Saw that.
Both the House, or the posting, both education and finance. And the policy committee came to an agreement on Friday and finished up on Saturday in detail. Looks like the Senate, House, and the governor's recommendation very, very similar. Most certainly looking at 4% increase in 23.4, 2% increase in 24.5, but they'll be tied to inflation with the floor of 2% and the ceiling of 3%. Looks like we'll see some significant reduction in special ed cross subsidies, which is good. Expanded unemployment insurance provision is, there's estimates out there what it's going to cost, but we really don't know. So, some policy stuff. There's policies like establish some ethnic studies and go along with their social studies, little things like that. So that's it. Oh, they're going to be, or should be sent right off to the hopefully really soon, both the Senate and the House for another download. So really soon.
Mark, did I read correctly that summer unemployment is going to take effect this summer? So we'll have to pivot pretty quickly.
Yeah.
They also allotted $135 for it statewide in the first year, nothing in the second year, so we'll see what happens.
Scary.
It'll be divided up by school district. I would guess that they'll do it by,
What they're actually end up spending. So it's all supposed to be run through.
like Mark said, some estimates have the cost being around $250 million a year. Some have it lower than 75 million. So I don't know if anybody really knows what that unemployment cost is going to be.
Does it actually allow them to choose, or if we have a job for them, do they not qualify?
If we have a job for them and it's a job they applied for and a job they, that have in the position description says it includes summer work, they would have summer work and would not give them.
Are we considering restructuring kind of how we do things to give that opportunity to different staff?
We certainly are. In fact, I called, when we found out this was coming, I called Margaret Skelton up from Ratwick right away and said, Mark, you're going to have to put together some type of school law form that actually addresses what you can and can't do with a summer contract. So I don't know if they put anything together, but that's something I think that would interest a lot of school districts.
Okay. Anything else for legislative? Okay, then we'll move on to 3.6 administrative board reports. Any questions for administrators? I can just start, maybe if Ashley or Lindsay would talk a little bit about the meeting that happened just before we walked in here for the board meeting. Just kind of give an update on that activity there. Would be great.
Sure. We had our first Computer Science Advisory Council meeting, and we invited industry partners that were local to us to come and discuss our programming that we're offering, and more importantly, to get their feedback about the programming that we're offering. So it was our first meeting, and we did introductions, and we kind of shared the programming that's happening at the elementary school, middle school, high school, and then talked about the partnerships that we have with Code.org, Code Savvy, the grants we've gotten, the donations that we've gotten in the last year. It's just been moving really, really quickly. And so I look forward to continuing that group and getting their feedback. I think we already have a million ideas after meeting with them today about our next steps. So just grateful for Ryan Karma coming out here, and then all of our community members that were a part of that. So Kent was on there. Thank you for being there. We are looking forward to using the resources and connections with that group of people to help benefit our students in tech ed and computer science programming moving forward. Lindsay, do you have anything you want to add? Okay.
Thank you for the update. Other questions?
Lindsay, would you maybe talk about the transition of our website platform a little bit that's happening?
Sure.
So our school, who is the company that hosts our website, we're currently on a version that's getting depreciated. So we're upgrading to a different version. We are currently in the process of that transition. And I've seen a couple of the pages that are live and ready to go. There's just so many subsites that we have to get all of those onto the new platform. So that is anticipated to roll out in mid-June, and we'll have the original site as is until then, until they switch it over, and then we have our new one. So yeah, we're excited. It looks really, really good, and it will be a lot more user-friendly, and it will meet a lot of the ADA accessibility requirements as well.
Mr. Langwell, do you want to talk at all about graduation preparation? As we come to the end of the year and our seniors are getting close to their last time.
They are close. 9 days today, 8 tomorrow. So yes, on Thursday, June 1st, we will practice graduation, and we're very thankful to be invited over to the elementary school for another walk through the halls there. We call it the Comet Grad Walk. And then on Friday, June 2nd at 7 p.m. in Home Federal Arena, we will process in and award diplomas. Of course, we invite the entire board. I think you've already been probably communicating with Mrs. Wilkie in the office, and any board members that can join. It's one of the most rewarding experiences of our service and education, myself and yourself included.
Thank you.
Jenny, there was a statistic in your board report, and I'm gonna mess it up, something like 95% of our preschool students are meeting social, emotional, am I going down the right path?
Yeah.
Yes.
According to our new assessment tool, and of course, these are subjective things that we, track throughout the year, but according to our tool, compared to national statistics that of other sites that are using this tool, which is one of the top 4 that was recommended by the state, they ask you to pick one from those top 4, and it's showing that 96% of our kids are doing really well social emotionally. So it's really nice to see that progression because we work so hard in that area, because we think that area is going to set them up better for success when they go to kindergarten.
Congratulations. That's a high number.
Was there something too on the outdoor
outdoor adventures class or something?
Yeah, so, as we all know, kindergarten, they took off with their nature-based program this year, and one of my preschool teachers was kind of doing similar things, just testing things out, getting kids outdoors more often. She didn't do a full-blown program, but she's going to try one next year. So it's exciting. We're just starting really slow, but she was able to connect with, and I just kind of remember the name of it, the Minnesota Early Childhood Outdoors, and so they're recognizing all of the preschool programs in Minnesota that are doing a nature-based, theme and really going that direction. So she's hoping to connect with them. She's hoping to connect with the nature-based teachers and really come up with some aligned things that we can do to just continue to spark that imagination and push them through those opportunities. So yeah, it should be fun.
Mr. Langwell, I see in JJ's report, he's not here, we bought some new machine equipment for down in the tech area.
Yeah, Superintendent Matuska's been involved in that. Director of Teaching and Learning Kaplan have been involved, but in our Perkins group, it sounds like RCTC shut a program down a number of years ago, and the machines have been sitting, and they offered them up. JJ's been helpful to facilitate. Aaron Davis and Chris Otterness have both been over there multiple times. JJ said, "What did you get us into?" And they said, "Never. Don't worry. Just get the crane here in the truck." And they swear we've got space and everything. So I have a lot of trust for those guys. So I couldn't name you the machines off the top of my head. I could probably dig it up, but it's going to be great.
Pennies on the dollar. I mean, some of the equipment we got, all the schools in the area have access to it, any pieces they want. But with them taking off and some of it already being purchased with Perkins dollars, so a lot of this equipment is coming to us for a very, very reasonable price. So it's actually going to benefit our kids at CT a great deal. But there's some big pieces of equipment. I can find it for you. I know we've got a, yep. Yeah, they're good ones.
I can wait till your report, Superintendent Matuska, but JJ did mention the road construction right outside that we've got going on. I don't know if you want to just talk about that now since JJ's not here.
It was actually a little chaotic right away, just because people were trying to get used to the flow of the new traffic. We still probably have a dozen cars that go the wrong way south of school every day. They're doing that U-turn and they don't know which way to go, so they turn around and go backwards to our lot. There's been a few semis that have gone through the big parking lot. Fortunately, that hasn't happened during the school day. There is some semi-traffic, just mostly for our food delivery in the back, and they're trying to make that turn from off 16th Street, which is a little tough, but I think the traffic patterns, people are getting used to it. And the one thing I have noticed is people are not going nearly as fast when they're cutting through. And we know people are still heading north on 57 from here, but they're maintaining a decent speed, and that's just fine.
Go ahead.
We've got a new Haas mill with a 7-foot by 7-foot footprint. We've got a new Alliant vertical mill, that's 5 by 5. We've got a new Acer vertical mill, a new Clausing 13-inch lathe, and a new ShotBot CNC router. So there's a lot of juice getting pulled.
And I know this is a big time of the year for track and field days. You're making that work with the weather?
Weather's gonna be beautiful, I hear. It's gonna be an excellent week. Can't wait. Next week.
Are you promising the same this week, Josh?
Thursday, Wednesday's a go. Thursday I'm looking at right now, but we'll make it through. And if it's not on Thursday, we've got Friday, so we're set. So we will find a way, and I think last year, the year before, it rained a little bit, and kids had just as much fun, so we will be fine.
Anything else for our admin team before we let them go for the night?
I just wanted to say congratulations to the elementary school on their School of Excellence Award.
And, well, I won't steal Superintendent Tuska's thunder. So anything else? Okay, then we'll move to 3.7, Superintendent Tuska.
Here comes the thunder. Well, we bid adieu to Ariana Wright as she is entering the last few days of her contract with Kasson-Mantorville, and we're going to truly miss her and thank her for all the years of service she's provided to us here. There's a lot of kids that she's impacted. There's a lot of adults that she's impacted, and we certainly know she's impacted our community. So Ariana, thank you for all your work. We appreciate it greatly. We look forward to seeing you on the June board meeting, of course. And we also look forward to seeing you for our data retreat coming up in June. So there's a couple days we'll still get to see her, but we thank you for your service. But with that, we also went through an extensive interview process and had a group, I think it was the largest group we ever had interview candidates. We had 19 individuals interviewing in the first round, and we had a dozen people interviewing in the second round. And I'm just here to announce that Courtney Free did an excellent job throughout the interview process. She was very well received by the committee, and we'd like to welcome her as a comment to the elementary school at Kasson-Mantorville. So thanks. She's going to do great things for us. We're excited to have her on. The other piece I have is we've got the wellness meeting coming up that Josh has got cranked up for Thursday night. And one of the issues that was pointed out to me by one of your board members is we have the student activities group there, in addition to Kate, because Kate is a parent representative for the elementary school. So we're probably going to.
I will not be there as I will be at the ZED school board meeting.
So
that works out.
We won't have an issue. We thought we might have 4 board members there and that would be a quorum. So the rest of you are certainly free to attend on that night. So thanks for taking one for the team and going to the ZED meeting, Amy. We really appreciate it. So that's all I have to report.
Okay, anything for Superintendent Matuska? Okay, then we're on to public input. Did you get anything for him? Okay, we don't have anything for public input. And we're on to consent agenda. Do we have a motion to present or a motion for approval of the consent agenda? Thanks, Brandon. And a second.
Second.
Thanks, Angie. Any discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor of approval of consent agenda, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. The motion carries. And we have no action items, so we're on to informational items. 7.1, graduation commencement, 7 p.m. Friday, June 2nd, as Mr. Langemo mentioned, Home Federal Arena. 7.2, end of the year employee awards luncheon, Friday, June 2nd. Aprons on at 10:30 a.m.
Ms. Carlin, do you know everybody who can make it?
I have to look at the calendar invite. There's a couple that are in and a couple that are out.
Okay, we'd love to have you.
Then next regular school board meeting is June 22nd. June 26th, followed by the regular meeting on July 24th. Anything else before we adjourn? Okay, do we have a motion for adjournment? Thanks, Brandon. Second. Thanks, Kate. Anything one last time? Hearing none, all those in favor of adjournment, say aye. Means adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Appreciate it.
Are you coming?